Hello, how are you doing? I am delighted to introduce you to pattern drafting, which is a crucial process in garment construction. In this video, my focus will be on basic pattern drafting tools and their functions. I am your presenter, Wangivi Morage, a fashion designer. You're welcome. In pattern drafting, it is important to note that your pattern production area should adequately be equipped to avoid making errors and minimize design misinterpretation. Here are common pattern making tools and their uses. The first tool we are going to look at is tailor's chalk. The tailor's chalk comes in many different colors and is used to adjust style lines and seams. Besides being used to mark the patterns on the fabric, the chalk is also used to draw construction and alteration marks. The tracing wheel. A tracing wheel helps transfer pattern shapes into paper. This tool is also used to transfer markings like pleats, buttonhole, stitching line, hemline, darts, pleats, and notches. The other tool is the tape measure. This tool helps take body measurements. Your measurements determine the outcome of the garment making process, in that if you take the measurements correctly, you will end up with the intended or the right fit, and vice versa. The other tool is the tape measure. This tool helps take body measurements. Your measurements determine the outcome of the garment making process, in that if you take the measurements correctly, you will end up with the intended or the right fit, and vice versa. The other tool is the tape measure. This tool helps take body measurements. Your measurements determine the outcome of the garment making process, in that if you take the measurements correctly, you will end up with the intended or the right fit, and vice versa. French curves. French curves are made of clear plastic and come in various sizes and help to shape necklines and armholes. The curves are also used to mark shapes of the hemline, depth of sides, and neck area of a garment. What about the straight pins? Straight pins are an important tool in pattern drafting, and they are used during pattern segregation and separation. They prevent pattern paper slippage when cutting several piles of paper simultaneously. Straight pins are also used to hold paper patterns and fabric in place when tracing the pattern onto the fabric. What about the ruler? Here we are talking about the ordinary ruler as shown in the image. Rulers are used when taking straight measurements, in marking hems and marking grain lines. Standard paper scissors. These tools are used for cutting out blocks, cutting cardboard or paper. Standard paper scissors have shorter blades of not more than 10 inches. Ensure you have a separate pair of scissors for cutting fabric. The notcher. A notcher helps indicate seam allowance and center line. Sewers use notches to identify front and back patterns and to match garment parts appropriately. Here is an image of a notcher. Now that you have been introduced to the basic tools in pattern drafting, the next step is to acquire these basic tools. This will mark the beginning of your interesting journey in pattern drafting. I wish you well. Thank you.